All right, tonight we are going to go ahead and do a setup on how we set everything up for the eggs on this incubator on the Brinzy 56 Ovation. So check this out. We're going to go ahead and do all the things that you got to do, cleaning and then getting it ready for the eggs. This is a kind of a pretty important part of getting everything ready. It's very crucial. Alright, so here's the tray that I had cleaned earlier that you could see here. I mentioned the top part. This is the part right here that drips down in here into this part. On that other video I did the wrong way. So this is the part that you'll see that the top part goes down and then drains in here from the top. From the water that goes into the top unit. So what we have to do is Brinzy gives you this cleaning solution. You have to put parts per water solution in the sprayer, so that's what that's for. They require everything, all the trays even, to be cleaned with this solution before you start. So very important. Then I mentioned the sponge type stuff that you get with this. Now this is you can cut it in pieces, so we've already done that, and you put it in here, and no particular type of way, just as long as you have it in there for the humidity. Thank you, my trusty wife / business partner. Okay, so from the last video, you may have seen me put these covers on. So these are just covers that go over the top of that for those water reservoirs. Then you've got to put this one side on. This is for the motor on top of the top portion of it that moves this back and forth to make the trays move back and forth. Then they fit in the slot. And everything's timed just right on this motor. The motor is all self-working and it turns your trays accordingly. Now, you've seen we have some extremely good success. So obviously they've mastered this properly. So this is going to be the setup. We have 39 eggs. Approximately 7 eggs fit per tray. So this is the amount that we're going to need. We still can fit a few more. This, as I mentioned, it's a 56. So we still have a little more play in here to put 2 more trays, but for this run we're going to do just the 6. Over here you're going to see on a previous we got this as well with this particular buy that we got used, and it's another thermometer and humidity reading. So we actually go off the humidity from this one and take the temperature off of the lid, which I'll show you in just a moment. This is the water that we use, and then if we need to fill it, I just grab something like this. It's purified water. Well, we're using RO, so we're using that type of water, and I just fill it, when it gets kind of low. So that works out well. So we are going to go ahead and put the eggs in, and that's going to be the next process. All right, so here are the eggs right here that we're going to put in, and they need to be semi-cleaned. We can't have, a lot of, like this one over here had some, little pieces of, bark on it from inside the coop from the ones we just got today. That one's pretty dirty.
So I'm going to take a back of a sponge and just lightly scrub it all off, and it should be fine, just as long as there's not any particles
Look at that egg. Isn't that cool?
So Moran.
Moran eggs.
These will be olive eggers, and these are our hybrid buffs with Americanas, which is basically going to be Easter egger.
And the big surprise, we got 6 cream crested leg bars at the last minute. So our source felt really bad and was collecting them for us specifically. While you have these eggs inside of here, they need to be, when you're holding them, they need to be held with the pointed part down. So always store them that way when you're within your 10 days of storing. That's how long we do them, no more than 10 days. So the points need to point down. Okay, this one right here, isn't that cool? Those speckles are. Hopefully we'll get some speckles on some of our eggs. Okay, with this lid, we also clean this as well. It's 2 parts, so we unscrew them and we kind of clean both ends of it. This bottom part kind of collects a lot of dust. I don't know if it's because this one came a little damaged.
They're dander.
So I'm not sure if it might suck in some dust, and also they're dander. We keep this closed when we open it, and then we make the settings, make sure the motor sounds good, and then we'll go ahead and turn this off. We just want to make sure it's running well, and then we'll come back and turn it back on. When placing these eggs in here, again, you have to put these in pointed down. We like to put, all the different types of eggs together if we can. Sometimes we put the dates on them, so we'll put them in according to date sometimes. But we found that really doesn't matter. We found that some eggs hatch earlier than other dates, so it's more of a tracking thing, from what day that we started, if you want to put the dates on them. But you can always just keep that in mind. They all fit in here quite well, and so we have to suffice for this. We'd had a little bit left from the last run of this matting, so we just went ahead and used that to hold up these eggs on this side to keep all the points straight up. These cream crested leg bar eggs are huge, and they just fit really snug in there. You're going to see that they're a lot bigger, and they're known for being a little bit more plump. This one is such a random egg, and we still don't know. Our neighbor doesn't know really what it is. We're thinking it's an olive egger, but just really crazy, bred through, and so it's come out that dark. So we're excited to see if that's going to be a hen. We really want to get a hen out of that. Okay, this is a very crucial sign that we keep. These are all the dates. Today's the 15th. We have 39 eggs that we're putting in. We're saying it's a PM startup, and then we go to day 4. Oh, well, actually, you got your first day of the 16th, 24 hours. Then day 4, crucial day, we have to go ahead and light those eggs up and make sure that we have fertilized eggs on day 4. Between day 4 and day 10, those are probably around the same amount of eggs that we're going to have. So we're looking pretty good already through from day 10 all the way to day 18, which is lockdown. That's another crucial day. So you can see all these dates, and then day 21, of course, we should have all of our hatchlings. So this is very important. It's good to have this sign up for your your dates that you need to know. This is how many different types of eggs we have in here. So we'll kind of judge those accordingly as well as we take them out if we don't have fertilized eggs. Now it's time to fire it up. So the lid's on, and we put the tube down that gallon water. And when we put this lid on, we have to make sure the gear is touching the plastic part that turns. So everything has to go on properly. And we kind of just put our finger around the side of it to make sure we've got a perfect seal. So we double check ourselves every time we open this lid, making sure that we don't keep it ajar. Okay, so it's fired up now. Everything sounds good. The fan's on. So we go ahead and put this setting to a temperature of 99.6. And we want to keep our humidity beginning with between 40 and 45. We'll have it a little high in the beginning to get the humidity going. It's not actually set in there that way. This is the actual humidity down in here. Just showing a little high right now. But it'll adjust. Everything will adjust accordingly. Alright, so that should set you up on your first day. This is very important stuff to make sure you get this list down. Your days, they need to be all put down on some kind of a list, your phone, something, document it on your different days that need to be candled. You need to candle the 4th day, you need to candle the 10th, and of course, right before you put them in lockdown. The Marans, they're going to be difficult, very difficult. So you have to make sure, they're not going to be easy to candle at all. So what we saw is we clearly saw that one was a little bit more clear. So we took that one out from the last run and then we kept the others, and it turned out all of them except one worked out. So just be careful with your Marans when you're candling. Our light is quite bright and still did not do well when you're candling. So keep that in mind for Maran eggs. All right, hope you guys enjoyed this first day. It's very crucial. All right, and happy egg laying.